got no juice. Old lame, I ain't got no motion. Flexing on these like I'm Hulk Hogan. Yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Handle business. I'm on the industry and God is my witness. Let's go, 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 let's go.
The Kings, as they came through the tunnel earlier on tonight, all set to give their Sacktown fans something to cheer about. Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You take a look at the Kings. The good news is they're trending in the right direction, still right in the middle of the pack.
Well, right now for Oakland, they're fighting their way up into a higher position, trying to put those early season issues behind them and get where they believe they belong.
Looking at the starting five for Oakland, and it's Knight in at the small forward position. And for the Kings, the duo inside, it's Murray and Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine, then it's DeMar DeRozan, and it's Ellis in at the point guard position. Well, Grant, still very early. How long do you think it takes these teams to form an identity?
You know, B.A., it really depends on what the makeup of the team is. How many returners are there? Do you have lots of new faces? Is it a lot of the same players but a new coach? Those things make a huge difference.
Here's Ellis. After the basket by Oakland on the other end. Shoots from the baseline, and it's DeRozan missing.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Knight can't hit.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks, guys. The Kings were not complacent this summer. They have added all-star DeMar DeRozan in a sign-and-trade. He brings even more firepower to an offense that was already among the league's best. And in the loaded Western Conference, the Kings knew they had to make moves to stay in the fight. DeRozan is one of the biggest signings in Kings franchise history.
A tremendous addition. Shams, thanks for the update.
Zach LaVine, explosive with athleticism, with his hops, with his ability to score the basketball.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G slate. Lamb can. And we're about a minute into the first. DeRozan outside. Outside LaVine. Back to DeRozan. 6 to shoot. Pass to LaVine. And LaVine throw it down.
Such a big-time athlete, Levine makes the hardest moves look easy.
And Oakland has possession, coming off a win against the Blazers.
Yeah, they wanted to win the physical battle in that game, and they did. Their rebounding numbers really paint the picture.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass.
Here's Ellis. Pass to Murray. And here's Sabonis. DeRozan outside. Clock at 6. From deep three-point land. Oakland with a rebound. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And DeRozan, just so crafty on those moves, slips right through the contact for the finish.
Carter from outside knocks it down from distance.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
On the wing, Murray. Pass to Ellis. Murray looking around. Sabonis with it. Shot clock at 5. DeRozan outside. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now a timeout by Sacramento. Sacramento making a change here. Monk's checked in. Knight, he's checked in for Oakland. Taylor comes in for Knight. And so Monk will bring it up for Sacramento. They trail by 3. Pass to Levine. Outside Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Oh, and Murray makes this look all too easy. Superb at throwing it down with some power.
Here's Taylor. Monk covers. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
And so here's Sacramento. Half to the basket by Oakland on the other end. Here's DeRozan. Tipped. Here's Taylor. Monk covers. Down low. Here's Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant. Now here's Monk. No made baskets yet. DeRozan outside. 14 feet away. And he can't bank that one in.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Carter uses the glass to finish the layup. Carter's got 7 points.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets.
Now here's Monk. Not a lot of room. It's rebounded by Knight. Oakland leading by 7. Here's Taylor. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Levine. It's deflected. Here's Maverick, defended by DeRozan. Pass to Knight, launches a three, and the three-pointer goes.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Sabonis outside.
Away team foul. Taylor.
And Sacramento with some changes. Lyles, he's checked in for Murray. Laravia subbed in for DeRozan. Pass to Lyles. Here's Laravia. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Levine for 3. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
No good. Unable to win this run.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
And so it's Oakland going into the break up 12. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Oakland?
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Jonas Valanciunas out there with Trey Lyles. Then it's Malik Monk. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Laravia in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. It's Barrett on the wing. Pass to Boucher. Now Pirtle. Launches it. Counted from distance.
3 points.
Knight's got 5 now.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game. He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Fires the 3. Another 3 for Oakland.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Here's Laravia. No points yet. Outside Levine. Crafty move. That one falls. His second make in 5 attempts. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
You see yourself on the big screen? Time to show us your best moves. Let's go.
checked in for Laravia. And a new group getting ready for Oakland. Squads that love to run. Last year's team leaders in fast break points.
If this team had a chance to push it last season, they did. The best fast break team in the league.
Here's Ellis. The rebound by Carter.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
This one for three. Another three for Oakland.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe Dumars said, quote, I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends of the floor.
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Here's Ellis. He's scoreless. And he can't stop the run as that one misses. Oakland leading by 23. Carter from outside sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And the Kings call time here. Sabonis, he's checked in for Sacramento. DeRozan comes in for Lyles. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Levine passes to Sabonis. There's the drive, and Sabonis slams it in.
Yeah, you give Sabonis a little room at the cup, and there is no doubt how he'll finish it.
Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to review the game plan. Lyles, he's checked in for the Kings. Knight, he's checked in for Oakland. Oakland leading by 21. And a moment to check out who Oakland has coming up. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Chris Middleton and the Washington Wizards. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
And you know, for that matchup with the Rockets, that one's going to be their 7th game of the season. Almost a full 10th of the season played after that one.
And so he hits both. For Sacramento, they've gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Shot blocked! And it's out of bounds to Sacramento. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
On defense, the visiting team. DeRozan down low, off target at the rim.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Lets a three fly. Pure from three-point range. Taylor's got 8 points in the quarter.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Sabonis outside. Oakland with a rebound. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against.
Oh! I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. 1:56 left in the first half. Monk passes to DeRozan. To the paint. Here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
What you love is a big man who understands the timing of a roll. Set the screen, get to the open spot. That is beautiful basketball.
Here's Taylor. The three. Drops in the three. Taylor's got 7.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Just 5 to shoot. And another basket for Sacramento.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Here's Carter. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Monk for 3. He's off on that one. And Oakland shooting a legendary 79%. Their offense is just on a tear. Here's Taylor. Another 3 for Oakland.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Inside. Here's Lyles. Oakland with a rebound. Carter's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Taylor. He's got 10. And out of bounds. Sacramento will have it.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection. But you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
Here's Ellis. Again, the miss by the Kings. And so it's Oakland with an almost surefire victory here. Up 32 at the end of the quarter and dominating. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. Back to the game after this break.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games. You know, maybe we should take a road trip, the 3 of us.
Yeah, if we're going on a road trip, I'm bringing my dogs.
Nah, what about that smell?
I don't think they'll mind it.
Ouch.
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for Oakland.
They're taking the traditional approach of working it inside and then going outside. That stretched out that defense.
Yeah, it's about time. Once you establish that inside game, everything away from the bucket opens up.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Kings. All right, time for an injury report.
Thanks. I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Oakland. He said they're concerned this is a serious injury and it's going to keep him out of the rotation. Initially, a return to the floor was in question, but now that's been answered with a resounding yes. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Sadly, that's not the news fans were hoping for, guys.
Definitely not. Seems like he's got a long, tough road ahead of him.
And our hearts go out to him. The guy works so hard. His teammates love him. Coaches love him. He's going to be missed.
Checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. And it's Knight in at the 3, the small forward. By himself, rips down the breakaway slam.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Maverick, the pass to Carter. The 3-ball. A nice shot by Knight. Knight's got 5 points.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few three-point shots, Grant.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick.
And another miss by Sacramento.
Rough start to the third quarter, but give some credit to the defense they're facing.
Taylor. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Outside Murray. Back to DeRozan. To the inside. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by LaVine.
That elite athleticism of Zach LaVine. This guy loves to finish up high.
Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Here's Ellis. After the basket by Oakland on the other end. Here's Sabonis, and it's out of bounds to Sacramento. And Sacramento making a change here. Monk's checked in. Sabonis with a screen on Barrett. LaVine finds Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
As his game continues to develop, LaVine has increased his assist numbers.
4-3. A nice shot by Knight. Knight's got 13 now.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
DeRozan outside. Oakland with a rebound.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Here's Knight. Another 3 for Oakland.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
For Sacramento, they've gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. Now here's Murray. DeRozan outside. And that's a foul called on Domantas Sabonis. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
And here's Oakland. They're on a 20-4 run.
2 minutes.
Barrett against Levine. Here's Knight. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Knight's got 8 here in this quarter.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Now here's DeRozan to the middle. Here's Sabonis. Oakland with a rebound. Knight's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Boucher. It's good.
Well, Chris Boucher, the ability to score, even though there's bodies around him, that's an impressive finish.
Monk passes to Sabonis. That shot, no good. Hurdle with some nice D. Here's Knight. Here he goes. The rebound by Murray. The Kings shooting just around 26% for the game. Monk into the lane, and he goes in for the dunk.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff. Time called here. Oakland decides to talk it over.
Make some noise. Get up out of your seats for your second.
Some changes here for the Kings. Jonas Valanciunas has checked in for Domantas Sabonis. Lyles comes in for Murray. Larabius subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. .55 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Taylor. Monk covers. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Unbelievable explosion. Shows a great burst to the rim and extends over the taller defender.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Here's Taylor. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Outside Levine. Monk passes to Levine. All sorts of time. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
I tell you, that jumper of Levine, so pure looking when he's in rhythm.
Pass to Taylor. Here's Knight. Out to the right wing. With 1 on the clock. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
And credit him for understanding the situation and coming through.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And so it's Oakland showing no mercy and just piling it on. Looking dominant and focused right now. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Here's Barrett. We got Trey Lyles. He's out there with Domantas Sabonis. And it's Ellis in at the 1. That's the 5 out there for the Kings.
Excellent instincts from R.J. Barrett right there. Finds the gap, drives with confidence.
Here's Ellis. Outside Monk. Here's the 3. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Knight. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Knight's got 20.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Pick gets the bucket.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Sacramento has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. And Grady Dick gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
Oh, got that one up quick. Knight's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's his 5th triple of the night. 2 in the first half, 3 in this one. Huge production.
Pass to Ellis. Can they get it? Oakland with a rebound. Knight's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And he trades another one. He's now 10 of 11 from the field.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Looking to get it going. Right wing. Here's LaRavia. Sacramento again missing. For Oakland, they've gotten off to a perfect 5 for 5 so far in the fourth. A nice shot by Knight.
He hit a couple from range in the first half, but now his confidence is through the roof.
For Sacramento, they've got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. Now here's Monk. Deflected.
R.J. Barrett has strength and length on the defensive end, and that makes that block an easy one.
To the inside, Boucher. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Boucher. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Sabonis. Murray comes in for Lyles. DeRozan is checked in for LaRavia. And it's Zach LaVine in for Monk. To the paint. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Yeah, and that was a big-time flush. I love whenever Murray takes flight like this.
Time called here. Oakland decides to talk it over. Sabonis, he's checked in for Valanciunas. And here's Oakland. They're on a 14-5 run. Here's Taylor. Oh, wow! And he hammers in the reverse slam.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Now here's DeRozan over Carter. And it's DeRozan missing. Carter against DeRozan. Carter, the pass to Maverick. Banked it in off the glass.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
On the wing, DeRozan. He's checked by Carter. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Oakland.
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
Also, I just love how hard they've taken the ball to the rack. They've made a point of attacking, and it's led to them getting buckets.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Outside Murray. Levine surveys the D.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Jacks up a three. Oakland with a rebound. Mavericks got rebound number 7 tonight. From deep three-point range. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
Stolen by Carter. And he lobs it up.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. Sacramento has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Back to DeRozan. And we're starting to see some big contracts for NBA head coaches, Doris.
Well, BA, whether we are talking about player contracts or coaches' contracts, the cost of business is the cost of business. And coaches, to me, earn every penny. Because what happens when teams underperform? The first fall guy is typically that head coach. I have zero problems with the salaries.
1:07 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Ellis. Back to DeRozan. Up and over Carter. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Well, they needed this run way earlier. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Here's Levine for 3. Oakland with a rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
A nice shot by Knight.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Now here's DeRozan. Pass to Ellis. Puts up a 3. Taylor with a rebound.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
So Oakland wins it. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And time to present our player of the game.